Hey y'all, this is Tamara O with her Fruity Fro. So I'm gonna be greasing my hair using my Sulfur 8 light medicated formula. So what I'm gonna do is section both halves of my hair using my ponytail holders. Well, one half for now. And then I'm gonna just cut section off like the back quarter of my hair like I usually do. And I'm gonna ponytail this front part to separate it from the rest. And then I'm just gonna show you guys my process as I start greasing. Grab a little bit of grease and spread it down the center of my head to start. And I'm going to keep going and just kind of massage that, work it into my scalp. What I like to do is grease my hair at least once a week. Grease my scalp anyway, once a week. Excuse me, I'm getting tired. Just to make sure that all the work that I've done to try to keep moisture in my hair isn't negated by me then leaving my scalp dry, right? And I know that some folks say like, oh, but that can clog your follicles. And no, like for me, the way my scalp gets dry, like I just find that I really benefit from having my scalp greased. And that's not to say that like I, go through and over moisturize. Like, no, it's still important to make sure that you don't over grease, which is why I say I don't grease my hair more than like every few days, maybe like once a week. Yeah, these days I've been doing once a week and it's been great. And as far as like the maintenance of my hair itself, this is after my the stretching that I did with my perm rod set, and then that gentle kind of blow dry that I did to finish off the stretching, right? And I'm still gonna go ahead and ponytail my hair, wear a low ponytail in my hair, and then keep it under wigs for like daily wear. Because what I find that does is that's tucking, right? So when you're tucking your ends away, you're tucking your hair, you're literally preventing it from having access to any of the elements like heat, wind, air. In California out here, the weather, it's very dry because it's a sort of like desert type climate. So I try to keep my ends away, and you can do that by keeping your hair in twist. But I just find that like when my hair is under a wig cap and a wig, honey, like it's like I'm getting a secret deep condition that just never ends, right? Like that's what I love about wearing wigs. So I'm going to just keep greasing my scalp. As you can see, every now and then I'll use the tail comb to separate the sections, but for the most part, like I've just been using my fingers. And you know, it's great when I have my acrylic nails in, that is a nice little built-in tool in my hands that I can use to separate the sections. But then the grease sometimes gets under the nails and like makes the nails come off earlier than I want them to. So this time I waited to do my nails until after I greased my scalp and finished doing my hair overall. I've been promising y'all excuse me, I've been promising y'all a Gel X nail tutorial, and I will still do that. I've just been so busy and so tired, y'all. I'm in grad school full-time and I work part-time, and now I'm doing my practicum, so I'm almost working 2 jobs while in grad school. You know, she's going places. That's what my little my it's not even little, my big canvas says on my wall. So I'm going to keep greasing, and I have to say, like, my hair felt so soft after doing that stretch with the perm rods and then sitting under the hooded dryer and then doing my blow dry. Also, I made sure to use my tangle teaser instead of the flexi brush when I was detangling my hair, and boy, did that make a huge difference in terms of like the decreased breakage. Yeah, so overall, just keeping your hair moisturized really is an inside job, but it's like both osmosis and reverse osmosis, right? So we're drinking water, eating fruit, drinking water, minding our business, right? And I like to do some herbal tea. Isn't the shrinkage disrespectful? You see how much my hair, when it was blown out, it was looking long and luxurious. Now it looks like it has shrunk, at least a fraction of the length, simply because like that's what happens. But yeah, so I'm just going through and smoothing it out, throwing it in a low ponytail. And this is what I'm going to be doing underneath my wigs, is wearing a low ponytail, right? And so here, what you're going to see next is me wearing my do-rag, because I'm going to go to sleep, right? I'm wearing my do-rag, and then I'm going to wear my sort of cotton bonnet over that to keep everything in place, and I'll link that. What I was trying to say was I would link that down in the description box. My video cut out early, but this is the cotton bonnet I was talking about in the video earlier. You can see I now have my Gel X nails done. I will do a tutorial for you soon. I promise. I can't promise you when, but I will promise you that it'll happen eventually at some point soon. Okay, but yeah, here's my cotton bonnet that I'm wearing over my do-rag. I need to actually pull this down a little bit so my edges are protected. Really what I'll do is put the do-rag over the edges. Yeah, and I find that this way, I have dual protection. It helps generate a little bit of heat as well on my scalp and on my hair, so that my hair isn't just dry, right? Like there's a little bit of moisture while I'm sleeping. It feels like I'm getting like a mini I don't want to say deep condition, but just like my hair is it's tucked and the environment is relatively moist rather than just being dry and exposed. All right, so that is all for tonight. I think, what else was I gonna say? I think that's about it. Yeah, I grease my hair, just try to make sure that I grease my scalp anyway, and then in between washes, what I'll do is like when I take my wig off, like every now and then I will still spritz my hair, probably like at least once a day, maybe once or twice a day, at the beginning of the day and then at the end of the day. I will spritz my hair with a little bit of water from the spray bottle, like not enough to douse it in water so that it doesn't get like completely shrunken and undo all the work I did in stretching and blow drying, right? But I'll just do a light misting with the water from my spray bottle, and then if it still feels kind of like dry, or like if it feels stringy or anything like that, like I'll do also like a light spray with the spray leave-in conditioner, that Mielle, right? White peony leave-in conditioner. I'll just spray that. Or if you have like regular leave-in conditioner, that's not the spray, you can do a little bit of spray with the water and then just grab some like a gentle light dollop of leave-in conditioner from the jar, or like a pump if you have that type, right? Just to keep it feeling moisturized without it necessarily feeling heavy and weighed down. I find that the grease on the scalp is enough for to kind of like last throughout the week. But that again is just the liquid oil cream method, right? Like I do that daily, right? Just a light misting of the water, the oil coming from the either if you have serum on your hair itself, right? And or the grease that I just put on my scalp, that's sulfur 8, right? And then the cream would be the leave-in conditioner, whether that be spray or from a jar, right? Or like a pump, right? Just a dollop, a dollop a daisy. All right, that is it. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me throughout this whole process. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Join the tribe, right? Like, I need a name for my followers. I'm gonna start calling all my peaches. I like that because it's perfectly for peaches, right? Good night, peaches. Mwah.